Going to the game, I'm going to be playing jungle Pantheon and show you the strengths and weaknesses of this champion. In this matchup, we're currently up against Shen, and in the Pantheon versus Shen, this is a bit of an advantage for Pantheon because even though Shen can counter Pantheon's ulti with his own, Pantheon can build Serpent's Fang to destroy any shield that Shen can provide. When it comes to the team fight, it might be a bit favorable for Shen since he's a bit more tankier, but definitely when it comes to the skirmishes, Pantheon has the upper hand with all of the DPS that he has. In line with this, Pantheon's an early game champion and this is something that you wanna utilize. The clear that I'm doing is a blue side clear into a flex depending on what happens on the map. Usually, I'd rather start at the bottom side so that I'll have the red buff to gank early, but in this game, I start at top side because I wanna path towards the bot lane. One of my go-to rules when playing solo queue, if you see a ranged Baron laner, and in this example it's Teemo, you'd always want to path towards that lane. Ranged Baron laners tend to be aggressive, making them susceptible to ganks. That's why I wanna go for this Teemo and look for the punish. Unfortunately, Darius falls down, but it's fine. We'll still stick to the plan and try to look for a kill onto this Teemo. Since he's low, most likely he's gonna go back to base. That's why I'll just choose to farm my camps while waiting for the Teemo to get back to lane. Pantheon's clear is not the fastest. That's why if there's a lane that you could go for, you'd always want to prioritize that over farming your own jungle. The reason why I'm still farming my jungle, because if you look at the lane state, it's quite hard for me to gank anything because Varus still needs level 5, similar to Ahri, and Teemo just went for the reset. I saw Shen at the bot side. As much as I want to contest the scuttle, it's already too late. That's why I just let him get it. But this is perfect because I can go for the counter gank. Nice hook by the Darius. Even though he falls down, I get 2 members low. We take down the Teemo, and in a 2v1 situation, this is no problem. Pantheon excels at this early game, and we're able to get a double kill. I'm thinking about pushing this lane because the lane state is not good for Darius right now. That's why I'm taxing this as much as possible, trying to reset the wave so that Teemo doesn't freeze this in front of his tower. When going back to base, we buy armor pen boots. This would give us a significant power spike. And a tip when using Pantheon is that we always want to use our ultimate when available. Seeing that top lane there's a fight, with Kaisado going back, I choose to save it for another time and look to go for a tower dive instead. We place a control ward, Shen is there so we can just go for the punish. We're 2 levels up, deal so much damage. I have 3rd skill to block any damage, use our 1st skill to get a snipe onto their jungler, and we're able to get another successful gank. I still have my ultimate, so I wanna cover their backs. Sona didn't bother to move and doesn't get punished for it. I tried to do something fancy, miserably failed. It's supposed to work. I probably just mistimed the Q flash timing, but it's fine. At least we're able to get a kill on the top side, 1 plate, and steal Shen's Krugs. Unfortunately, Darius goes down and Zoe, going for a gank on the top side, punishing our duo laner for overextending, gets stunned by the Sona, blocks Zoe's Q, try to punish, but with Shen using his own ulti, we have no choice but to back off. I don't know what Ahri is doing, trying to go for a 1v3, and she burns not only her ultimate, but her flash for free. At least she didn't die, and wait for someone to overextend. I have full stacks on my passive, but as soon as my duo lane is able to arrive back to lane, I just go back and buy my items. In this game, I'll go for the Serpent's Fang instead of the Ghost Blade because looking at their lineup, they have a lot of shielding, not only with Shen's ulti, but Kai'Sa's ulti, as well as Sona's shielding. That's why Serpent's Fang is a perfect item for this game. We proceed to clear our top side camps while waiting for our ultimate to go off cooldown. Nothing much is happening, but if you look at the minimap, 2v2, top side, Varus, winning the trade, and this is something that we wanna be alert as much as possible. Always look at your minimap while clearing your camps because anytime if there's a long fight, you could always use your ultimate to help your team. Shen goes for another gank on the bottom side, knowing that our Darius is behind. That's why we proceed to go path towards the bot lane. Just in case he gets ganked again, we have our own ultimate to help him. While waiting for the objective to spawn, I stack my passive, wait for the Zoe to overextend, but she plays very safe, so I have no choice but to just get a plate and then probably go for the dragon instead. The reason why I did not contest the Herald anymore is because our Darius went for the reset and we have zero vision. Dragon is 10 times safer, and this is something that we could get without any contest. Varus Lulu getting a lot of gold, and Darius suddenly decides to contest this even though there's no jungle. As soon as we get the dragon, I'm thinking about ulting at the bot side, but you know what? It's already a lost cause. We just go back, buy our Serpent's Fang, and this is going to be super effective against all of their shielding. Our bot camps are up, and while there's nothing else happening in the map, we proceed to farm our own camps. But with Shen using Herald at the bot side, there's no way that we can defend this tower, so we'll just probably try to go for a kill. It's quite hard. We'll just take this Herald so that he doesn't get another bump. Our red buff is still up. This is something that we always want to have when in a team fight because this gives us more additional damage. We see that Teemo is playing aggressive, waiting for him to overextend, and as soon as Darius is going aggressive again, we'll try to punish this. I have my Serpent's Fang, but it's already too late. I don't know what our Baron laner is doing. He's probably tilted. Our Ahri falls down as well. Maybe I can gank this Zoe, but as soon as this Shen sees me, I know that I wouldn't be able to go for a sneaky play. Our duo lane though, unexpected by this Zoe, doesn't know that our Varus is there, and this is perfect for us. We go for the punish and immediately get a shutdown onto their mid lane. We're playing really well, currently 4-0. The only thing that we need to do is use our gold lead to try to snowball our laners. Our duo lane is doing fine. The only problem is the mid and our Baron lane. It's quite hard to gank the Zoe. I need Ahri's help to be able to hit Charm so that I could follow up with my own stun. With nothing else happening on the map, I just wanna farm my camps and get my items as soon as possible. Teemo gets caught. Darius with his own ultimate. Seeing that my teammates already won the fight, I decide to not use my ulti and save it for another play. Mid lane is a bit open, but Zoe's there. Get a stun off. Nice charm by the Ahri. She has her own Zhonya's, but we should have enough damage to take her down. Kai'Sa at half HP, and look at this burst. WQ, 513 crit, and their ADC immediately disappears. This is the power of Pantheon, and this is just with 2 lethality items. Shen gets a taunt, I have my third skill, and use my ultimate. I was supposed to ulti further, I just auto-casted it. It's fine, at least we're able to escape, flash into the Teemo in order to save our ADC. We get another kill, currently at 6-0, and the next item that I'm gonna get is the Collector. Collector is really good on Pantheon because not only do you get a gold when you're able to get a takedown, it's also good for execution purposes. You can also crit when using your second skill. That's why if you get a bit lucky and you use your empowered second skill, this could crit 3 times. We're also building Mortal Reminder so that we could get at least a 50% crit, which will be very helpful, especially when we get to the late game. We look for another fight, but Zoe Sona knows where I am. Teemo puts her own shrooms. We'll just go for the Scuttle instead, and probably split push top lane since I have my ultimate to help my team anytime when possible. Darius playing very aggressive once again, and their Shen, knowing that he has ultimate, he can ulti to help his teammates anytime. We go for this Teemo, even though he has stasis, we have our second skill, immediately pop him. Kai'Sa, a bit extended, but I don't have my stun yet. That's why I'm trying to space and wait for the perfect opportunity to go for another fight. Someone flashes, I think it was Zoe. We stun the Sona, bring her to half HP, and immediately run away. I think Shen used his ulti, and that's a win on my part. With the dragon spawning and their jungler having no ulti, this is really good for us since we still have our own ultimate. Next item is Mortal Reminder, giving us more armor penetration and more crit, something that we can use later on. A thing about Pantheon is that Pantheon's ultimate can stack with Mortal Reminder, giving you even more armor penetration. We tried to look for Kai'Sa, but she's just too fast, so we'll just go for the Dragon instead. And a good thing about Pantheon is that his execute damage is really high. With Q Smite, 500 crit onto the Dragon. We get Shen as well. Lulu goes for a ulti, and we get another clean kill. 2 dragons on our end, stun onto the Teemo, and immediately burst down the Zoe. Darius is looking for a fight. I have my own flash to follow up just in case, but we'll just go for the red buff. We try to get their jungle's farm as much as possible and snowball our lead. We already have an overwhelming team fight advantage, so this is something that we wanna abuse. As the game goes on, their team comp gets scarier since they have Kai'Sa, who can just get protected by Shen and Sona. That's why we don't want to stall the game as much as possible. If we can end it early with Varus Pantheon damage, then this is something that we wanna do. While waiting for another fight, our whole jungle is up yet again, so this is the perfect time to farm your camps. We wanna get Mortal Reminder so that this would increase our burst. Someone gets caught in the mid lane, Varus getting an ultimate off. We follow up with our own stun. Shen is able to escape, but with Sona having low HP, try to get a Q off her. We still have our ultimate to chase them down. Look to see if we can catch the Sona. Flash in, stun. I thought she would die on the stun plus Collector, but yeah, we got punished for being too greedy, and we gave the shutdown on the worst member of their team, which is Kai'Sa. We don't want their Kai'Sa to get gold, and this is a possible comeback for them. Darius falls down again. It's fine, he already has no bounty since he has no kills. Their jungle is up, but since they're not in position, Varus gets poked, and yeah, their Kai'Sa is starting to pop off, which is gonna be a bit of a problem as the game goes on. As I said earlier, a thing about Pantheon that people do not understand is that armor pen of his ultimate and Mortal Reminder can stack, making you effective even against tanky members. This is something that I can show you later on, but for now, we'll try to look for the squishy members like this Zoe. Crown is very annoying against Pantheon, and our Darius goes down in again. I get kinda baited, our top lane goes down, look to stun the Kai'Sa, but with Shen ulti, I went for the Sona instead. Lulu with a great ulti, but it's not enough. Yeah, things are not looking too good. At least our Varus is able to get a kill, and this is gonna be your typical solo queue game. You get a big lead, and all of a sudden, people are throwing left and right. I don't know what happened. We weren't able to wait for our Varus, and this is a potential Baron take for them. Looking at their position though, I don't know why they're not taking the Baron. They're just getting mid lane instead. So maybe, hopefully, they don't take Baron. Just in case they start it and they're a bit late, I have my ultimate to go for an engage. Seeing that Baron's not started, there's still a chance for us to win since we have 2 dragons, and the next thing that we want to take is the Dragon Soul. We go back to our camps and start clearing yet again. Seeing that we already have crit, this is gonna make our DPS a lot stronger, and the next item that I want to take is a defensive item. Stasis is perfect, allows you to buy so much time. What you can do is third skill, stasis, and by the time your stasis is done, your third skill will most probably be up again, making you a lot harder to kill. We just want to secure this Grump, then probably go back because the dragon is gonna spawn in 30 seconds. Perfect time to get level 13. As you could see, 30% armor penetration on my passive, and combining it with Mortal Reminder, this would give us so much damage even against the tanky members. Shen is topside. This is the perfect time that we could test this, even though he has a lot of HP and armor. Look at their damage. Second skill, critting. Third skill, we put their tank Burst him in one combo. Pantheon, by the way. And this is something that people don't know. I accidentally pressed my stasis. I was supposed to ping my smite that it was still on cooldown. I want to wait for this to go up before securing the objective. We go for another fight onto the Sona. Get another crit. Immediately burst her down. Stun onto the Kaisa. We'll just take down the Teemo. Flash away, and I have no idea how Kaisa got vision on me. She's able to escape. And you know why? I flashed because I had no stasis. Actually got punished for pressing stasis early. We could have started the dragon, and Zoe is now poking us. Shen probably has ulti, and this is not good. Their Kaisa also lives. The only ones that are left is Darius and Ahri, and yeah, Shen uses ulti. Our Baron laner goes down. Kaisa flashes away, lives with 1 HP, and their jungler is most likely soloing the dragon right now. I still have ulti to try to contest, but most likely it's already gonna be finished. So I'm double thinking if I should help the Ahri or go for the dragon. You know what? Let's try to take the dragon. I have no vision. So close. If I ultied a bit earlier, maybe I could have reached and gotten soul. But in the end, we're not able to secure it. They deny our soul, and they have a strong scaling composition. This is the portion where Pantheon tends to be a bit hard to play because everyone has stasis or crown, making it a lot harder for me to go for an engage. Teemo though, out of position, forcing the flash. I checked to see if they go for the Baron. They didn't go for it. Burn Teemo's stasis and flash, which is something that we can exploit later on. Varus though, I don't know what he's doing, going for the face check, and Zoe just immediately punishes him. Currently a 4v5. They could possibly start the Baron. I have no smite to help, but they just go for the Darius instead. Try to scare them a bit. The last thing that we want is another member to go down. Seeing that Teemo's on the top side, maybe we can go for an engage if someone would face check. Annoying shrubs. I don't have much durability, and this is the problem with this build. You're very squishy, even though you deal a lot of damage. That's why what you want to do is try to be sneaky and look for people that are out of position. We try to hit the Zoe with first kill so that we can proc her crown. Unfortunately, not able to, and yeah, I wouldn't be able to do anything against this Zoe since she has crown. We'll just go back to base. The next item we get is Guardian Angel. This gives us more damage as well as a second life. Shen is split pushing, doesn't realize that I can go for a gank, knowing that they're all at the bot side. We'll go for the Teemo instead. I have my GA, third skill, proc the face rush so I could chase them down. Shen flashes, we counter with our own flash, and look at our damage. We burst him, use stasis because Teemo might be there, get out safely, and this is another perfect opportunity. 4v5 with Elder up. So they should not have any smite pressure. The only thing that we need to do is secure this objective. Once we're able to get this, we should be able to close out the game. This is very scary though, because I'm at 1 HP, so yeah. Sona uses ulti, I use my third skill to mitigate the damage. I fall down. Luckily, Kaisa gets caught. We're able to secure the Elder, and this is time to fight. Even with Teemo's Shroom, Darius is now popping off. Ahri going in for the kill, and we get an ace. Very tense situation, but in the end, we're able to get the win. With 4 of their members down, everyone is up. Surely we can end the game. I also have my ultimate to help my team. I have no idea why someone is pinging Baron. Just go straight mid and end the game. Oh, it's the Ahri. She went to the Baron for a while. I don't know why. They have no more base shield. So we'll just go straight. We have Elder buff. We can burst this Shen for the KDA. Hit the Nexus and end the game. The moment we die was the moment they were able to make a comeback. In the end, we're able to clutch this, punish the Shen even though he's tanky. We still burst him, and yeah. We get MVP with a 12, 3, and 5 score. Props to our duo lane for doing a lot of work. 28k damage, and we also got the most damage taken. Looking at the runes, 1k damage by sudden impact, with all of the armor penetration that we have. Even though Darius went 0-9, it's fine. All he needed to do was go in the front and tank their damage. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed our Pantheon jungle. Thanks for watching and peace out. Ciao, ciao. Bye.